as elephants. He believes in the gangs of wallflowers that take over each summer, and on a rare day in the wild kids that go along the wall tops heading for the orchard of the minister. He believes in those children, and someday they will call to him and he will follow. Someday he will be famous for his friendships, or so he believes. No treasure in life beyond pals, his father decrees. He will be heroic and carry the round red apples off into the town in his best Gansey that his grandma, Mrs. Byrne, created, says his mother, out of an exhausted shawl, and the people of Sligo will admire him for it. The boys of Sligo, anyhow. He sees the wild boys go by the house too, at the front, his own thin and narrow house on John Street, and he longs to open the door and fight them and win his place among them, but he is lanky and weak as yet. The day of strength has not yet come, but it will. He likes the soft face of the leader boy that is called Jono. He hears the other boys calling Jono's name in the dusk of the autumn when the apples are ripe and the minister not guarding his possession. He longs to call out Jono's name through the dusk and be one among many, with torn ganseys and trousers too big, all hand-me-downs from their brothers. Those days will dawn, he devoutly believes, and he practices his fighting in the back parlour with the dog Tam. He wrestles with Tam beside the autumn fire, and his mother laughs and urges him on. She lifts her black skirts and dances suddenly on the hearth, throwing back her little head and dances, and Tam goes spark crazy and jumps almost over her head. And the lamb stew boils on the stove with a slightly evil air, mutton, really, and Tam is hoarse from barking now, and Eneas is not truly the victor yet. His mother is a Dixie, a lovely dancer. She bangs her shoes on the big black stone of the hearth, where the Spanish gold is buried snugly. The Spanish ran around Ireland in a filthy storm in lovely ships and fetched up among McNultys who ate them, his mother says. The hearth, that is where she tells him that story, and all the stories, and dances for him. She is as daft as the dog, he knows. She puts dresses on the lunatic women, and the old dames half dead in the beds, lying doggo for decades and decades, in turn, in thanks, in sisterhood, put little seams of daftness into her, little cross-stitches and patterns. She sat under the early window light, stitching in her youth, in the asylum, before his father stole her away. Isn't she dour too, a deal of the time? Dour as a fallen loaf in a cold oven, a disappointed loaf. But when the spirit strikes her, fires through her, when some surge of delight infects her, up go the skirts and out the short legs, and there is dancing to beat the band. Tom is often gone for days over to Bundoran or such places with his little orchestra, and he plays for the holiday folk and the townspeople letting off steam after the long weeks of work. He plays waltzes, polkas and foxtrots, and lately he has been giving them a touch of the new music, the ragtime and the like, that the Negro men of famed America play, because there is a call for it, a call. His father gets in the music in exciting batches. It comes from New York and Galveston, passing the Azores through the light-filled summer storms, the music purposefully silent in the little folded books, waiting for landfall on the Garavogue, waiting for Tom McNulty. But he has the older music too, and the Irish, so you might get a touch of Carolyn, Strauss and New Orleans' finest in the one night in the lobby, say, of the Grand at Bundoran. He goes off winter evenings with his piccolo, his violin, his wooden flutes, and oftentimes his cello, and he is not heard of till Monday. He might come in Monday itself early, 5 or 6, long before the milkman's cart, and have a few mugs of strong tea, and then be gone up to the asylum as right as rain, as if he had spent Saturday and Sunday in his doss. "And how is it, Pappy, that you're not weary?" Eneas asks him, the pair of them sitting together at the scrubbed kitchen table, the loud clock hurrying on above the stove. Eneas's own eyes are heavy as bullets. He looks in astonishment at his father, with the brightened